Man, this recorder is sideways. I don't care right now. I don't even have this thing on right at all right now. I don't know. I'll just do that. Maybe that's will work. I don't know. No, it's not right. I could, but listen. I was thinking about titling this The First Omen Sucks. And so this would kind of be a review for that movie. But you know what? Right before I hit, record, I decided I'm going to put Jeremy as an idiot. This is the thing, man. For anyone who has been watching my videos, this should blow your mind that I would do something this stupid. I've only watched one review for this movie. And as you know in the title, you know who it is. And I decided I'm just going to go with that. For anyone who has watched my videos, would be like, it was just the stupidity of me just literally knowing someone's stupid and decided to take their advice when Jeremy has proven several times he's untrustworthy. And I did do videos where I said sometimes I can, have a little trust with him when if a movie is being like really hyped through social media and he comes out and says that it sucks. I've only seen that like 3 times or twice from him. But it's just kind of like one of those things like, why would he lie if someone, against a big mob of idiots calling a movie epic or whatever great when and they're giving huge signs that they're bullshitters and he comes out and says it sucks. But to trust Jeremy to say a movie's good, that is where I messed up. It's like one of those mistakes that I just feel like, I want to punch something, like I want to kind of, like I would never really punch someone for tell me to go see a movie saying it's good and it turns out to suck. But I want to punch Jeremy in a way, but I'll never actually really literally do that for someone to give me wrong suggestion in a movie. You know what I'm talking about when you have that feeling for someone wasting your freaking time in a way. But the thing is, it's one more thing, and I'll get on to the point, it's just like, I do this thing when I play GTA online and I don't die. And one of the biggest mistakes I constantly remember keep doing, and I knew better from like the 30th time of these things happening, is getting into another person's car. That is the number one mistake is if I want to keep my character alive, do not get into the other person's car because they'll do something really stupid and get your character dead. And it's just never get into another person's car if you want to play out without dying. And I made the choice to do something that dumb. This is the thing, man. So while watching this movie, I just, at all the logic and facts, I don't know the word I'm looking for. But I made like a choice that I should not have done. And I thought in my head, I'm just going to go with Jeremy's review and no, I'm not going to watch anyone else's review. And my mind was so focused on, I know it's going to be probably hyped through social media. And the thing is, there's always that person, while I was in the movie, I was thinking, that I know I missed someone that would have warned me that this movie is not good. I forgot about that. There's always that one person that would warn you that this movie isn't actually good, and you can tell the truth in them, and that was Adam Does Movies. He's an idiot too, but like I said, sometimes you can it's like when his movie's being hyped up and that one person comes out, I don't know how I figure it out, but you can tell the tone of the voice that, yeah, it's bullshit. And the one thing that showed me to trust it is his black friend when he had a walking out of theaters and seeing his expressions of talking about the movie, walking out of theater for Adam Does Movie. I talked about this before. When movies are being hyped up social media by people that hang on one color, I look for someone of color. And yeah, people. And the thing is, I just and that research only took a few seconds. It was like the second person I clicked because other people already knew not to click them because they have these yeah, and I was like, I don't click people like that, and it's just. And the one more thing before we get started, I'll say something about the movie. It's just like one of the things what got me to go see it. It happens sometimes, you know. I am very careful, and I think for the last 2 years, I was very careful of not making any mistakes of seeing a bad movie. And I was good all the way up until April. I did not go to the theaters all the way up to April because I knew these were all trashy ass movies. And I said, I don't want my time wasted this year. And, you know, so I went to go see Monkey Man, you know, just to see, you know, it's like one of those things like, if it's going to be anywhere, you know, like feel like inspired from the Raid. You know, I didn't think about that John Wick, but it's so weird to keep seeing people talk about John Wick and put John Wick in the title when the movie is nothing similar to John Wick. But I like it's not my mouth. And so after walking out of that movie, as in walking out of the movie, not finishing the movie, I just kind of got that thing, you know, and I saw German's review for, you know, that movie, you know, the First Omen, and I was just like, take a chance, you know, I mean, and I get that way when I, you know, feel let down of I wasn't fulfilled from a movie, and I can have that, you know, where I can accidentally make a mistake and walk into another movie. I remember, I think it happened before. I remember the last time this happened. It was Matt Damon being stuck on Mars and I think the other movie was, I think it was the cartel movie that starts with an S, and that movie sucked. And I was like, you know what? Let's go walk into another movie. And then I walked into Matt Damon, and my time was wasted again. But you know, it's just like one of those feelings, like, you know, you weren't fulfilled, and you wish that you maybe you picked a different movie over that movie. And turns out either choice would have been a bad choice. It's just like one of those things. Like you feel like, man, did I make a wrong choice of seeing this movie over that movie? And the main thing that made me want to trust him, Jeremy, was I'm just hearing the line. You know, I want to say this, man. I'm kind of screwing up. I really want to say this about this freaking idiot. I think his review says, man, I know YouTube, man, they don't like you cussing the first 5 seconds, but freaking effing insanity. And I talk about that. I don't know what he said, but, you know, I said, Jeremy, when he starts out his reviews with cuss words, they never make any sense. And the thing is, it's always a slug. The last one he did it for was Godzilla Mega, whatever it's called, minus some shit, whatever. And, you know, the last one I remember, but anytime he does that, it's a slog of a movie. And you're confused of what the F are you talking about, dude? It's like, why you try to make it sound like there's things going on and there's nothing actually happening? Most likely only like one person dies in a movie. You know, and the thing is, I wanted to say that before doing this review, then it hit me, oh, I guess someone else did die that it's forgettable because you've seen that style before. You know, it's also in the trailer. You know, but besides that, it's really feel like only one person actually died in the movie. There's so many like questions I have when it comes to this movie. It's not like one of those things like I need to watch movie explains. It's the fact that it just doesn't make any freaking sense, and it's a movie that a moron can come up with. You know, so I'm not gonna watch out for spoilers because people, this is just a straight up warning. Don't see this movie. The thing is, while I was watching the movie, and I went with someone why I didn't like walk out, and I really did want to walk out. And I did miss to the person several times. We can walk out, but whatever. We didn't. I'm very confused why we didn't walk out. Is why, you know, getting that ending, you kind of already knew what ending it would be if you've seen the one before it. So it's not going to be a shocker ending. You know, so I actually knew this ending before walking into the movie, but you know, but some reason, I just thought it would just be more chaotic or something. But no, it is a slog of a movie. There's nothing going on. Basically, I'll just say again, only one person dies. I don't care about the one that's in the trailer. That was very forgettable. It was just gibberish for that scene. And you know, there's this part where the woman comes behind someone and stabs someone, doesn't kill them, but stabs them. And it's kind of like, did you not know that we already knew that this person, like, was this supposed to be a shocker? I was wondering about that. I don't know. It was this supposed to be a shocker? Like, we knew this, but one of the biggest things, like, what I want to say is, like, a moron could come up with this story, is the way the person, gets raped. I was gonna say raped, so I don't spoil anything, but no one gets raped. But I'm just saying, penetrated or whatever. Is you could come up with any excuse. You could come up with, you slipped something in her drink and then it happened. You don't have to come up with all these parties and all this and blah blah blah. You can just come up with, this could have happened anytime during the story. It's not like, so I'm trying to explain this. Majority of the movie, it was just, most scenes were just fillers. Even the club thing was a filler, because you could come up with that bullshit at any time. You could just come up with, one time they just fell asleep somewhere, woke up, and were like, man, what happened? Because someone put someone a drink, and then they can have a flashback and says, oh, so before you that scene when you woke up, this happened to you. It's not a thought out thing. So the whole club thing was really pointless, because you could have, you didn't have to even do all that. You could have just slipped something in the person's drink. Just by sitting in a hotel room and you guys are just having talking about stories, drinking some wine, and then that person has something to drink and they wake up and then they show a flashback or whatever later says, oh, so before that, all this was happening to you. And people, I'm very confused. I asked the person I'm with, the beginning starts out with something falling down on someone's head or something. I thought that was the same guy is the preacher who plays, I think he plays a vampire in Underworld or something. I thought they were the same person. So I'm like, I was actually confused. I guess that wasn't the same person. The person I was with said that's the same person from the beginning. I guess that wasn't the same person. Okay, that's what I'm going to go with. That wasn't the same person. For some reason, I thought it was the exact same person. And that's, okay, that's why I just put it together now. So the beginning, was the beginning. Okay, I thought that was like they were showing the ending, of something. Oh, okay. Yeah, and that's how he got the picture. Okay. I just put that together because I just wasn't caring. So yeah, the thing is, when someone dies in a movie, which I'm just not mentioning the other person, the audience, somebody behind me already knew was coming, and I was just like, and it's not anything important, it was just a lame death, but it was just like, it's a death that you've seen in other Omen movies. Every death that you see in Omen in this movie is something you've seen in another Omen movie, and it's the exact same thing. It's like it's whatever, but there's only like one death in the movie. And I gotta go. Oh God. But it's just the person knew that the person was gonna die. They said, okay, this person's about to die. And the thing is, I was like, I actually kind of knew they were right. I didn't know how to explain this, but it was kind of weird because I was thinking it's kind of weird knowing that this person's about to die when they were meaningless through the whole movie. There was nothing. They only had like a short scene, and there was nothing about them that had me thinking that I'm supposed to feel anything if they die, because they only had like 7 lines in a movie or something, or I don't remember one line they even said. It's just, I gotta go. People, this is supposed to be short, but my biggest mistake is, like I said, I had the mindset, no, I'm just gonna listen to German's review and, take a chance, because it's like one of those feelings like you walk out of a bad movie and there's another movie you're supposed to be showing, and you kind of wonder, did you make a mistake over seeing this movie over that? And the mistake you did is not keep your ass home. That is a mistake I did. And so that's why I was more lenient with Jeremy. But I should know better. And the thing is, I was more upset by is I always double check things. I've always looked for that person and that you can tell that this is not bullshit. Especially a person of color. All right, peace. I gotta go.